The pseudo-occultists and pseudo-esotericists divide the ego into two I's, the superior I and the inferior I. Superior and inferior are a division of one organism itself. The superior I and the inferior I are both the I, they are the whole ego. The innermost, the real being, is not the I. The innermost transcends any type of I. He is beyond any type of I. The innermost is the being. The being is the reality. He is what is not temporal. He is the divine. The I had a beginning and inevitably will have an end, since everything that has a beginning will have an end. The being, the innermost, did not have a beginning, and so he will not have an end. He is what he is. He is what has always been and what always will be. The I continues after death. The I returns to this valley of tears in order to repeat events, to satisfy its passions, and to pay karma. The being does not continue because he did not have a beginning. Only that which belongs to time is what continues, that which had a beginning. The being does not belong to time. That which continues is submitted to decrepitude, degeneration, pain, and passion. Our present life is the effect of our past life. It is a continuation of our past life. It is the effect of a former cause. Every cause has its effect. Every effect has its cause. Every cause transforms itself into an effect. Every effect converts itself into a cause. Our present life is the cause of our future life. The cause of our future life will be this present life with all of its errors and miseries. To continue means to postpone our errors and pain. Therefore, what we must do is to die from instant to instant in order for us not to continue. It is better to be than to continue. The I is the origin of the error and of its consequence, which is pain. Thus, as long as the I exists, pain and error will continue to exist. To be born is painful, to die is painful, to live is painful. Pain exists in childhood, adolescence, youth, maturity, elderliness, because everything in this world has pain. Pain disappears when we cease to exist in all of the levels of the mind. Only by dissolving the psychological I do we radically cease to exist. The kunda buffer organ is the origin of the I. The I is constituted by all of the evil consequences of the kunda buffer organ. The I is a bunch of passions, desires, fears, hatred, selfishness, envy, pride, gluttony, laziness, anger, attachments, appetites, morbid sentimentalism, heritage, family, race, nation, etc. The I is multiple, the I is not individual. The I exists in a pluralized state and continues in a pluralized state, thus it returns in its pluralized state. Therefore, as the water is compounded by many drops, as the flame is compounded by many igneous particles as well, the I is compounded by many I's. The I, the ego, is constituted by thousands of little I's which continue after death and return to this valley of tears in order to satisfy its desires and to pay karma. As a movie of successive events, the I's pass in a successive order on the screen of life in order to represent their own role within the painful drama of life. Each I of this tragic movie of life has its own mind, its own ideas and criteria, since one thing, which pleases one I, displeases another I. The I that today swears loyalty before the Gnostic altar is later on displaced by another I which hates Gnosis. The I of a person which today swears eternal love to a beloved one is later on displaced by another I which has nothing to do with that person or with that oath. The intellectual animal mistakenly called man has no individuality because he does not have a permanent center of gravity. He only has the pluralized I. Therefore, it is not strange that many people become affiliated with the Gnostic institutions and later on they become enemies of them. Today with Gnosis and tomorrow against Gnosis. Today in one school, tomorrow in another. Today with one woman, tomorrow with another. Today a friend, tomorrow an enemy, etc.